Fighters. This time we're starting a brand new game with a brand new host.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, we're a group. There's a different person who's playing this game and who's you can see he's not on webcam, but obviously there's a different voice. And that's 16-bit Jeff. And what game are you playing, Jeff?
I'm playing a Yakuza 0. Obviously, I'm playing the PC version for Steam, not the PS4 version.
Right. And also, I just want to introduce and have Jeff come back, but I want to introduce our other Geek Fighters, and that's Double RPG, the guy you usually see stream.
Yes, time for me to take a break for a little bit before we either get back to Grandia 2 or do something new.
That's right, we haven't finished Grandia 2.
Yeah.
But we don't have to go back to it immediately, but yeah. And also, I was gonna say 16-bit metal, Visible Ninja.
To shoot the Sanjo.
And Jeff, where are we at? You started the game? What's going on? Take us through. Have you actually played Zero before, or is this blind for you?
Uh,
I hear nothing.
buddy?
Silence.
Jeff?
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh,
Oh, because I was asking and we didn't hear any answer.
We
It's
heard
cool.
nothing but silence.
So
Yeah,
I
I
was
was playing my mic
asking,
screwing up again, so apologies.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I was asking if this was a blind or if you played this before.
I played a little bit of Yakuza 0.
Okay, so it's not
And-
completely blind. You just haven't beaten it, right?
Exactly.
Oh, so you know what to expect.
Exactly. So just as anyone can see, we're playing on normal, as obvious. So, Jerry, since you're more of the Yakuza guy, give us a little bit of background to the series.
So Yakuza is about a man named Kazuma Kiryu. Except, well, most of the Yakuza games are about a man named Kazuma Kiryu, who is, like the title suggests, part of the Yakuza. Although in Japan it is called Ryu ga Gotoku, like a dragon. The first game, which would be Kiwami. No, this is before any of that. This is why it's called Zero. It's a prequel. The reason it's called Like a Dragon is because his best friend is Nishiki, who has a koi on his back. And if you know the legend, you've played Pokemon, you know Magikarp.
Mm-hmm.
oh, of course.
If a koi can go up a waterfall, it can become a dragon.
Yep.
It's still how the legend goes. It's about Kiryu. He joins what's called a Tojo clan because his adoptive father, Kazama, he's Kazuma, but his father's Kazama.
Mm-hmm.
And that's that. The dubbing wanted to change his name completely. Remember when it got dubbed for PS2?
Yep.
There was a PS2 original game, by the way,
Yes.
but that game is very hard to find.
In fact, just to interact for a quick second, that's how I got to the series was through the U.S. release of that game with the
Yeah, I
English
had it.
dub.
Yep.
Which,
it had
which,
Michael-
which,
it had
which
Michael
is a
Madsen.
shame. Which is a damn shame because there was some good choices. Like, yeah,
Mark
the writing was
Hamill
sketchy,
has-
but Mark Hamill's Majima, that's perfect casting right there.
That was so perfect.
Oh, Kiryu-chan.
And
So
I'm not gonna
you
lie,
got to
Michael.
play Majima on this, by the way.
I actually like Michael Madsen as Kiryu.
I mean, it's a good thing that Sega is more open to do that now with games that are made by the Yakuza team, like they did for the
Judgment.
Judgment
Ooh.
and the Fist of the North Star, The Lost Paradise.
Yeah.
It's because it wasn't the actor's fault. It was the script.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's what people tend to forget. Now, Jerry, since you know more about the overall history of the game's lore, if I recall correctly, this takes place a year before Yakuza's prologue, right?
Zero takes place 7 years before
Oh, 7 years. Okay.
the prologue of Yakuza 1, which and then after the prologue, the real game takes place, what, 10 years after that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2005.
So this is 1988. You're
Yep.
playing it, and the beginnings of Yakuza, the prologue was 1995. So you're playing well before that. Your back tattoo is his back tattoo. I say isn't even filled in yet. It's just the
Yeah.
outline. So this is basically how he became to be known as Dojima no Ryu, or the Dragon of Dojima.
Yeah.
Because in the first game, he acts like, oh my god, he's this legend already in the beginning of Yakuza 1, the prologue part. And you're just sitting there like, how? Why is he a legend? So like, so this game explains all that.
Oh, I forgot. There was another way I was introduced into the Yakuza series. Not only from the U.S. release, but also the Japanese movie.
Oh yeah. I
From
remember
Takashi
that.
Miike.
That's also on PSN, believe it or not.
Like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody see the chat? Because I haven't yet.
I can't, obviously, so...
Yeah,
it's Star Child who's talking in the chat, and he is bringing up... he is confirming some things that we've already said about, like, he says that this game takes place in the 80s, he's only heard the Japanese voices of the games, so that's what he'll stick with, and the alley plays a significant role in the game's story, and they have different tattoos, and he has beaten the Japanese version of this game.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
he bought it before it came out over here, because in those days we weren't sure if we were, it was kind of iffy if we get localizations of Yakuza games, so...
Yeah.
A lot of people did with Star Child, they just imported them because they're like, I don't know if it's coming.
That's the sad thing, is like, because people tend to forget it wasn't that long ago still. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I gotta tell you,
Also,
whoever's the new CEO of Sega has really turned things around.
Yep. So here you're playing Dojima no Ryu. You're finding out about a piece of land. It's all over a piece of land. There's a big spoiler about that piece of land that happens. You're like, oh, every other Yakuza game ties into this kind of.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that place. Okay.
And I'm saying yeah because I know you kind of explained this to me like a couple months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it was around the time when Yakuza 6 was initially released, right?
Yeah.
And Star Child says, yeah, the live-action movie is cool, but it's not a completely faithful transition of the game. And he also says, yeah, the land is important.
I'm not, and Star Child, don't take this the wrong way, but am I the only person that kind of gets annoyed when they say, oh, it's not a faithful one-by-one adaptation of so-and-so? Like that stuff's gonna happen eventually, because sometimes when you adapt something for live action, it just doesn't work. You know what I mean?
Right.
I remember a lot of fans were iffy on. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but I remember fans didn't like it too much.
No, I'm not saying that he isn't wrong to feel that way, because he's completely right, because that's his prerogative. You know what I mean? It's something that I find weird, because we were talking about this before we went live. You know what I mean?
So what's going on in the game? I don't even know.
Kiryu's just talking to Lone Shark.
Talking to Lone Shark.
Oh, that's how everything starts.
Talking to Lone Shark in semi-still images.
Yep. At least it's somewhat animated. Gotta give him credit.
Yeah, that's what I mean, semi-still, because there is some animation going on, but just not the lips are moving or hardly a lot of body movement.
Yeah, what we're basically seeing is kind of like what a motion comic is.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Now, the only Yakuza game I've ever beaten was Yakuza Kiwami, and I have played a little bit of 2 and a little bit of Judgment, but haven't really gotten far into them.
Well, you're fine with knowing Kiwami because that's the real first game. So
Yeah.
if you played that and then go back to this, a lot of stuff's gonna make if you remember stuff that happened Kiwami.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Oh right, I gotta upload my webcomic. So I'm over here like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
God, looking at Kiryu, who looks like an otter, he just with his back, when you look at the back of his head, when you see all his hair, it's like he's a young Keanu Reeves in his prime.
I know, right?
Notice the suits he wears in this. It's not. He doesn't get his iconic suit until the very end, and that's on purpose.
Oh, his white suit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually gray, but yes.
Oh well.
He wears white in this one though.
Gray's an off-color white, so.
I know it's not announced yet, but I'm still hoping for the collection to come to PC, including 6.
I hope so.
Oh, the remastered.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Actually, there's another game too. We were talking about just a couple minutes ago. Judgment.
And the Yakuza 5 remastered, I think, comes out this month.
Oh no! Oh yeah, that's right. It does.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like this. I think it's either next week or the following week. Funny enough.
Yeah, sometime after Valentine's Day, if memory serves me correct.
Like, I'm not gonna lie. What you get for what you get that's a damn good deal for $60.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, heck, I find it funny that they actually include an empty PS3 case for those people that actually imported. I think it was Yakuza 3.
Uh-huh.
What was it? Was it Yakuza 3 or 4, Jerry?
That what?
It was 3, I
It was
believe.
3. Thank you.
Starchild says there are some pretty cool clothing options in the game.
Yes, there are. If you when you beat it, you get to do premium mode, and you can choose what you want to wear.
Oh, nice.
A lot of cool ones. Premium adventure.
And it's funny enough, Jerry, because you know what I can see doing for future if you're cool with it. Since you're already doing Shenmue, then I kind of stream the Yakuza series for you guys, at least up to Kiwami 2 for the PC side. You know what I mean?
And hello, LPH. He says new month and new game.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yep. Speaking of which, you can finally get into this game.
Yeah, you know.
So we played Shenmue. Now we're playing the spiritual successor to that.
In a way.
So
Fun fact, like I said this a million times, but if you're new, the guy who created Yakuza was one of Yu Suzuki's proteges.
Yeah.
So, if you're
I'm not
wondering,
gonna lie. Since we all know that Shenmue 4 is in early development, I really hope Sega gets heavily involved this time around.
yeah, we still need to see Kiryu make an appearance in the Shenmue games. Team up with Ryo Hazuki.
Yeah.
well, I've always said, because Kiryu's called the Dragon of Dojima, has a dragon tattoo, that he's obviously a dragon, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Ryo has a tiger on his back. And there's always this thing in Japan and China of dragon and tiger,
Mm-hmm.
the ultimate team or the ultimate fight. So that would be dope. Like, because if it had tiger versus dragon, it'd be Ryo be the tiger. Know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Let me go. Finally, I got the
That's better.
webcomic uploaded. Let me.
Will that make the frame rate a bit more stable?
That's what I was doing. That I had to.
Okay, yeah,
you know,
that's a lot better.
I'm shocked that even VSync was doing that. To be honest,
Facing is weird thing, man.
it is.
Oh god.
Like sometimes sometimes it answers, but sometimes it does help something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you're wondering, this is the tutorial for combat, obviously. So that's what we're gonna do before we meet up with Nishi.
By the way, Zero. It's boring, kind of, except not. But they both Majima and Kiryu have side story, like an overarching side story
Yeah.
that takes like a couple, like you don't do it in one go, but you do it over like a couple chapters, and you definitely want to do it. For Majima, it's running the hostess club,
Yep.
and for Kiryu, it's real estate. You want to do this.
So what you're saying is
You know why?
free real estate.
It's free real estate. The reason you want to do this is because if you want them to be their strongest, you have to do those. Which I did. It was grindy, but I did it, and it was worth it though. Because once you see them fight with their full power, woo, it's so much fun. You're doing stuff that you're like, oh my god, you're seeing about everybody.
And even Starchild says, yeah, they both have their own overlapping stories. It's all set up really well.
Yep. We got our first fight. The street hooligans.
No, oh no, that's Yakuza 1.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that fight theme in Yakuza 1. It's like or however it goes.
Yeah.
Now I'm the one, dude. And of course, no Yakuza game would be complete without hearing some form of "receive you," which you do if you do that side quest.
Yep. There we go. Okay.
So the brawler stance, that's pretty much like the main normal default.
Yeah, it's like his normal style. It's not as defined as it is in 1 because he's not there yet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why you want to do the. That's why you want to do the side quest I mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really a side quest, but you know what I mean. Like you can beat the game without beating that, but the storyline will put you in that like in the side quest.
Oh, yep.
And even Star Child says the Receive You song is in Fist of the North Star Lost Paradise too.
Yep.
Yeah.
It-
Even in that, they have to add Receive You because it just ain't a Yakuza game without it.
And even a skin of Kazuma Kiryu in that game as well.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know what's funny? I don't have the game, but I downloaded that skin, so whenever I get it, I can use it.
Nice.
Because it was
So-
free for like a second.
so Kiryu is actually officially in the Hokuto no Kin world or whatever. No, I'm just
Yeah.
kidding. They're completely different continuities. But hey, if it works that way, then I'd be more than fine with that.
So, Metal, what's your experience with Yakuza games?
Very minimal, unfortunately. So,
Okay.
I mean, I got Kiwami when it was free for PS Plus
Oh, nice.
last year, and I played.
forgot that was a thing because I looked in my
Yeah,
game
it was
list,
a
I was
free
like,
game
oh,
on
snap.
Plus, and like I'm sad to say that's my only real experience
But,
with
hey,
the franchise.
But it is the first game,
Well,
it's-
yeah, I know it's a remake of the first game, so.
so it's a good step point. I mean, you'll know everything.
Oh yeah.
Because Zero is. I mean, we're starting with Zero because it's. I mean, if you can start with Zero, start with that. But like, if you
Well, yeah,
start,
because it's
Kiwami,
like you said, it's the
Still
prequel basically.
Yeah.
but you're still good with Kiwami.
Yeah.
Star Child says in the Fist of the North Star game, I used the Land of Ashura clothes, and he also got it when it was free on PS Plus as well.
Nice.
And
I
here's a
forgot what.
question.
Yeah.
Why did that randomly make me think of a good question? So, has anybody here seen the Fist of the North Star movie with Gary
With
Daniels?
yes.
Gary, yeah.
What
I've seen bits of it.
were you trying to do?
It's
Tickle
actually
me?
pretty
You're
good.
already dead.
I've because in the Tekken movie he plays Brian Fury,
Yes.
Yeah.
and also when he was a bad guy in the Expendables.
Oh, that's
And
right,
he was in Dancing Ninja.
What's hilarious to me is that Gary, he's an actual kickboxer,
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like he's a world champion kickboxer.
and Brian Fury's style in the games of Tekken is kickboxing.
Yep.
And Star
But
Child
for
says
some-
the movie has Vader in it too,
Oh, yeah.
and
Well-
Rufio.
But for some reason, the Tekken movie hires a kickboxer to play a guy who's a kickboxer in the game, but then the movie says he does Kenpo.
What?
What?
Oh, that's
Exactly.
Yeah.
What? Exactly. That's my reaction.
And Gary Daniels is legit, Star
Yeah,
Child says.
yes, he is.
And
Oh,
don't
yeah, he
forget,
is.
he was in one of the greatest movies of all time, Dancing It's On.
Yeah. That reminds me, have you guys ever watched a movie called Step Up? Why?
Sad.
Actually, yes.
Why am I not hosting? Oh, I am. Okay, I was about to
Okay.
say. Okay, it just took a while. I was like, what?
Oh, we actually got one. We actually got one more big thing in regards to Fist of the North Star movie.
Yo,
Biggest top billing cameo wise, Malcolm McDowell,
Oh yeah.
who gets killed at the start of the movie.
oh yeah.
Let me go to CFN real quick.
Cool.
Yeah, poor Ryukin.
Unless Double R already did it.
Do what?
No. Okay, you didn't.
Oh,
So buttons.
so
So Nishiki here, by the way, I mean he's such a bro in this game, and then all of a sudden I mean it's no spoiler that he's the bad guy in the first game because
I want to say thank you guys for talking because I know we don't like
No, that's
sound air. It's just I'm still
that-
recuperating
Hey,
from
that-
whatever I
that-
have. So thank you.
I already was even telling the guys like, I was like, I want Jeff to focus on the game, so the three of us need to talk more.
Oh
Exactly.
yes. I mean, I remember you guys telling me about this whenever I was playing games. It's like you focus on the game, we'll just talk.
Mhm.
Yeah. That way, you don't have to worry about dead air because there's three of us here.
Exactly.
Yes.
I say, whoa, Kimosabi.
Star Child said the live action Fist of the North Star is a B movie, but it's a fun movie to watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Here are some name changes and story changes, but I still enjoyed it.
Oh yeah.
I think it's funny when he
God,
whenever
like-
he did that 100 cracked fist with that when that guy told him, "What's wrong with you? You trying to tickle me?" And then
Now
Kent's
since
like, "You're already dead."
Jeff can't hear the game because his streaming doesn't want to. I don't know why,
It's Skype.
but
It has something to do with the setup of Skype itself. 'Cause
Skype.
I know Discord doesn't do this crap. You know what I mean?
So the reason why I'm bringing that up is because in the game, if those viewers watching, because it doesn't affect the gameplay, it's just something to notice. Notice when they translate the word Yakuza, listen to them talk. They do not, the Yakuza members do not say they're Yakuza. That is not a name they use for themselves.
Right.
It just basically refer to their family names, right?
No, Yakuza is what they're called, but they don't call themselves that. When they do say their family, you're right. But in general, they don't say Yakuza. When they're talking in general,
Mm-hmm.
they say Gokudo. Pay attention. You'll hear Gokudo. I'm a Gokudo. When they say I'm a Yakuza, but when you read it, but when you hear it, you'll hear Watashi wa Gokudo. Ore wa Gokudo. Or Atashi. Gokudo. So
I'm a monkey something or something monkey.
so it means extreme path.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well, that makes sense.
Or if you really hear them talking about themselves to civilians, they'll say Ninkyo Dantai, which means chivalrous organization. They don't see themselves as criminals.
Right.
They see themselves as shining knights. Now, I'm not saying all Yakuza are scumbags, because not all of them are, actually, believe it or not.
That's
they
true
are
because there was a book a couple years ago you recommended me. It was something Vice, right?
Tokyo Vice, which I
Tokyo
still have.
Vice, yeah.
But to say need kill Dantai though, not all of them are not scumbags, but also all of them are not nice people in the least. There was some messed up stuff they've done that's like disgusting and gross.
Okay, I gotta say this upcoming scenario is one of my favorite
The
moments
drunk-
in this game.
Drunk.
Yes, it is funny because you meet the hey boy, that guy who tries to.
You're a snot nose little punk.
Who's the old
Dark
man?
Child
You
said he
snot
likes-
little punk.
Starshaw said he likes the karaoke segment, and there's some two-player mini games. There are
Yeah.
the dancing. Yakuza 6 has you could play Virtual Fighter Final Showdown two-player.
As you can also do that in Judgment as well when
Oh,
I
yeah.
streamed it.
Man, you gotta stream one of these
But,
days.
here's the thing. After we're done with Yakuza 0, we'll play Judgment after this.
That
Yeah,
sounds good, yeah.
that sounds good to me.
And if you guys want me to, after we're done with Judgment, we can go back to Yakuza Kiwami.
I just got an email.
Okay.
WWE stock plummets. Oh no, it's fake. It's funny though.
Damn it!
No,
I'm gonna
was
say
it on
kayfabe
kayfabe?
news.
Yeah.
Kayfabe news.
Aw.
Yeah,
No,
WWE
I
stock
keep-
plummets after realization
alert,
that
so
some
much
matches are
might be
rigged.
rigged. Which is something I would. It is something I would write. I'm starting to think that I don't remember. I'm starting to think that my spotty memory
Yeah,
has to do with me blacking out and writing kayfabe news.
it has to, bud. Come on.
That's the lore now.
Dude, come on, it has to.
I black out. I think Wheels is right. I do
I
black
love
out.
how it displays in big bold letters. Drunkards.
Drunkard.
I like
Let's
it.
go.
I like it how what he describes to Kiryu when he tells him
But,
to back. It's like,
Dark
yeah,
Child-
butt out, you butts.
Sarchow said, they did fire 2 of their CEOs.
Sorry?
Their stock really did plummet though. So there
Oh,
you go.
yeah.
So you're happy. So be happy after all. It's so weird to me because you play it on PC. It's so weird to me to see Yakuza with Xbox
I
commands.
know, right?
But it seems right because I don't. You know why?
Why?
First of all,
Why?
it is coming to Xbox finally,
Which is nice.
and B, because the Xbox buttons are Dreamcast buttons.
Yep.
The same. The YBXA is the same color, same layout as Dreamcast.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, it's just like Yakuza's home. It's
Yeah.
on the Dreamcast. I'm just playing a space age Dreamcast too.
Yeah.
So we can agree that the OG Xbox was the
Gotta
Dreamcast 2,
log
the
on.
360 is the Dreamcast 3, the Xbox One is the Dreamcast 4, and the upcoming Xbox Series X is the Dreamcast 5.
Ooh, that was beautiful. That's some Tarantino stuff right there, my friend.
It gets more brutal later.
I know. Hey kids,
So these
now,
guys
don't
are,
forget if you want to become sober,
by the
just
way,
beat yourself.
Here's one thing that is hilarious about these games. You just stepped on that guy's head,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and all he did is just wait. All he is just holding himself like, oh, that kind of hurt.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right. You should be dead. You got.
Yeah, you figure he decapitated him with
I mean,
when Kiryu
He
just
literally got curb
stomped on his head.
stomped. Literally curb stomped. And he's just sitting there like, oh man, that's a mild inconvenience.
Looks like someone didn't watch American History X, right, Chair?
That's the thing about these games. You brutalize these people. They're just like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
they just get up. Ah, I'm just mildly hurt. Yeah,
Yeah,
like
but again,
Star Child even
kids.
said, you could.
Don't forget, you want to get sober? Just beat yourself until you're sober.
Star Child said, yeah, you could even super kick people off of bridges and shut people's head in corridors.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden they appear right in front of you and say, "Oh, that was just a minor inconvenience."
Beat up. You know what the funny thing about the violence in this game's hard, guys? This is more acceptable than the bull crap that's been in the recent Mortal Kombat games.
Just press it.
Yeah, but like I
Matt,
said, I think the... Oh, continue, guys. Sorry.
I hope that the upcoming animated film that's coming out this month actually is a lot better than the recent Mortal Kombat games. You know, Scorpion's Revenge.
Yeah,
It's
I hope so too. I don't have any like good, vibes for it, but I'm kind of hoping that it's good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Suplex people on bike racks, and completion points it's just it gives you perks.
Yeah.
Think of them as Fallout perks. The completion
Yeah.
point stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's how they work.
Yeah.
There it is. That guy. Hey, bye. You gotta.
Hey, bar.
Guy, he looks like a Japanese odd job with blonde hair.
He's actually supposed to be a white guy.
Yeah. Actually, looks like an older
It-
Ethan from Solid
It even
4.
says Asian foreigner.
Yeah.
Starshaw said, I don't have much faith in anything related to Mortal Kombat these days.
I don't blame... Dude,
I know, right?
after 11, you and I had the same thing.
Remember,
in fact-
I remember our us being so hype, and then all of a sudden our hype getting deflated. Like,
Just after that trailer.
In fact, we're not the only ones. A YouTuber that was like Sugar Punch. Remember the advertorial that he did for MK11?
do I? That's what
that
made.
that long dialogue he did at the end, like that hurt my soul because I know where he's coming from as a longtime fan, dude. You know what I mean?
LPH said, just be better than cartoon. That's all I want.
Oh yeah, that's. You mean
We were just talking about Defenders of the Realm.
And Starchild said, yeah, this guy trains you. Yes, he gets different. This guy trains you in brawler style.
Right.
You get a different trainer for his two other styles.
So this is this game's version of Robert Speedwagon with that guy.
Yeah.
He basically looks
Yeah.
and acts like Robert E.O. Speedwagon.
I would not be surprised if that was the influence, to be bluntly honest.
Kazuma literally does ora 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 in this game. So, yes.
Yeah.
Kitty. I don't know why I said his first name. That's weird.
Nice.
Out with your main dog.
Me
and
and
the
ball.
used to
So
really
here's the $1,000,000 question, guys. When is eventually Kiryu going to be available on Tekken 7?
Never.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks, Harada.
What's up, Jared?
Yeah.
Jerry?
Cows?
No, you already did what I wanted you to do. That's why I stopped. I just didn't want the game to be paused even when you're like, because I was like, that's why I said we're here.
Yep.
That's why I said don't worry about stopping to talk. Just
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. We're flying.
Yeah, here we go. Here's the
here's the main thing.
The totally not sphere-like grid from Final Fantasy X.
Basically,
yeah. Oh,
I
the sphere grids.
don't remember if I maxed out everything here when I played it.
Because
I'd have to re-download.
Oh, man, it's funny that you bring that up, Jeff, because I'm getting.
You know what's funny? Despite that looking like a grid, it's pretty linear.
Yeah.
It's not like. It just made a grid to make it look like it's just like.
It's funny that you bring up, Jeff, that it looks like the sphere grid system from Final Fantasy X because I'm getting some horrible flashbacks of having to, max out those sphere grids when I was doing that Final Fantasy X retrospective episode.
Oh yeah, that's right.
You did the right thing. That was exactly what I was gonna say. You should get was the Phoenix Spirit.
Well,
so.
I mean, that was the only one available at the time. You know what I mean?
Oh well, there you go. Also that.
More importantly, that.
You keep pouring money into yourself on a little training. That time.
So become a gold digger, and that way you can become more powerful in the inside.
LPH. Well, first I'll say with Star Shot because LPH has a thing we're going to tangent on. I want to. But Star Shot says the sphere looks like it's like a fighting cage that you can fight in later on. The sphere. And LPH said, so that Final Fantasy VII video. Kyle, I'll let you.
Well, I hope it doesn't really spoil too much, but, I mean, I'm trying, and for me personally, I'm not trying to spoil myself too much with the trailer, but, I would say it's definitely getting me more intrigued, I'll say it that much, but at the same time, it's like, they really haven't shown that much when it comes to, like, what all is going to entail for, like, the gameplay, because, sure, it's taking place in Midgar, the first game, fully in like what is it equate to, like a 50 or 60 hour experience, or maybe like 100 hours if you wanted to complete everything, but still, they just only been showing off like the story and nothing in terms of like gameplay or what all is going to encompass in the game. So
not only that, but my biggest issue with Square is that we know that's a PlayStation exclusive for some time. We officially know the PlayStation 5 is a thing.
Guys puking.
Why haven't they announced the PlayStation 5 version yet?
Stay classy, Kamurocho.
Because you cannot tell me that Final Fantasy VII isn't a cross-gen title, right, dude?
Yes! Star Child brought up a very good point. I forgot about that guy.
What?
Mr. Shakedown. He said the cool thing about this game is you get money while you fight people, so money isn't a problem. But be sure to watch out for the big guy until you're stronger. He's talking about Mr. Shakedown. That guy is too strong to fight at first.
Right.
And he will steal your money.
Yeah.
That you work hard to get.
And it's funny that you brought up that video, LPH, because
he's only a problem in the beginning. Like, when you get stronger, you can steal his money.
Yeah.
And LPH, it's really funny that you brought up that video because I actually made a meme that's up on my Twitter.
So LPH mentioned they're waiting for part 2 for that.
Yep.
He takes all your money. Yeah, he'll take all your money. Yeah. So you need the money to power up. So, but once you power up, especially if you know his fighting style, if you know his pattern, because he fights in a pattern. He doesn't. If you know the pattern, you can beat him. Yeah. What I would do is I'd have a knife with me, because the heat move with the knife did a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Kamurocho, the mains draw of all the Yakuza games up until Part 7, and Judgment is also set in Kamurocho.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is.
Background on quote-unquote Kamurocho. Kamurocho is a made-up name for a real-life Tokyo district called Kabukicho.
Okay.
And that is really where the Yakuza hang out, IRL.
Yep.
And they have a lot of bars in there. Gaijin are looked at weirdly there, but they're not kicked out. I mean, There's a guy I know who lives in Tokyo that he's gaijin and he goes to Kabukicho to a bar and drinks there, no problem. But yeah, you basically if you're in Kabukicho, you definitely want to be on your guard in real life.
And
Just
Star
like
Child says, yeah, the weapon attacks in this game are really cool.
yeah,
You know, I know we talked about this in the past, but the studio that does like the main studio that does the Yakuza games, the Ryu God Studio.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to see them do a modern remake for both Shenmue's 1 and 2.
please. That's been my dream.
Besides, you had Nagoshi work on both 1 and 2, so
Mm.
it's like you might as well get him on board to work on remakes for those 2 games.
Would be nice. I mean, heck, at one point we found out, I think a couple of years ago, that there was going to be a remake, but it was canceled.
I believe you do. Do you do karaoke at this part?
Yes.
It's amazing.
Yes, it
Judge.
is.
So they're at the bar right now that they usually hung out in.
Yep.
In
That's
the
not
first
the
game?
usual bar.
It's
No,
not the usual, but it's like they're like, you know.
they are in a bar, yes, but it's not the you'll know it.
Yeah,
Serena,
you can tell, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
because it won't be a random schmo there. It'll be a girl who's voiced by none other than the late Hiromi Tsuru, who was Bulma.
Really?
Aww.
Yeah,
I learned something new. Thanks, dude.
So sad
yeah,
about her passing.
karaoke come. I know.
Dude, I remember when we saw Justice League 2 years ago, and you were that bummed out.
Oh yeah,
No, actually, yeah, it was technically 2.5 years ago. Yeah, holy crap.
yeah, because it was before my dad went. Yep,
Yeah.
into this life chasing after Kazama-san. You said that. That's
Mhm.
why.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to. You and I were orphans. I'd do anything to repay him. So he just wants to be like his adoptive father,
Yeah.
who his adoptive father was like, don't. But he was like, no. He's like, hey, I don't want you to be a criminal. I didn't raise you to be a yakuza.
Mm-hmm.
But no, he's like, no. So he's such a. Because like really, why would Kiryu even be a? Because like
So Kiryu is kind of like another Rio, basically, huh?
pretty much, like
It's
I said,
just it's just instead of his adoptive father being the father being dead, is that the adoptive father wanted him to have a better life. It's like, no, I want this life.
yeah. And then
Why?
finally, in Yakuza, the end of 1 or 2, he gives up being a Yakuza.
Yep.
No.
And like ever since then, because it used to be, they still think he is, but he's like, no, I have my connections, but
wasn't
technically I'm not a Yakuza anymore. Yeah, the guy,
Here we go. Some karaoke time.
the father is voiced by the main star of the '60s Yakuza movie Tokyo Drifter,
No kidding.
Kazama. Yeah,
Nice.
a really good movie.
I'm surprised he didn't get beat Takeshi, because that would make more sense.
Well, he shows up in part 6.
But I know. I'm just saying. You know what I mean, dude?
All right, here you gotta focus.
Yeah.
Well, but you know what
Yes.
it's like.
Okay. So. So upright.
When someone else sings, you can support them, sing along.
Have
I don't know.
Metal and Chaos, have any of you ever tried to do karaoke once?
In real life,
Yeah,
no.
I have, but I was at the Phoenix Cactus Comic Con back in 2008 when I was in Arizona, and I was
Judgment. It's got to be judgment.
Yeah.
and I was actually singing the theme song to Samurai Champloo.
Oh, nice.
Composition hide lunch. That's not. And then
Oh,
you got that.
A Kappa on the far top right hand corner. Kappa with a CD and a microphone.
Boom bang pow boom pow boom. Brrrr.
Wim wham wazzle.
Yes, Kazama-san does show up. Yes. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, there we go. He's back on track.
Yep. Huh, weird.
Are the timed button presses kind of finicky?
Yeah, it's just it's kind of the same thing with the QTEs in Shenmue. You gotta have to use to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's
I
kind of.
mean-
I mean, I could definitely say one game where their time button presses are kind of
Justice.
wonky, and that's
Oh,
even
bring
though it's a good game, but the time button
the
presses during combat are wonky as Legend of Dragoon.
Mm.
Because when you do those combos or whatever, you have to hit the X button at the correct time for them to be executed. Yeah, it's like they're not precisely. You
That's
can't
so
be precise. It's not like one of those things where you have to be precise on point. It's like you
That's-
have to hit it at the
All right.
like a second before you hit the
All right.
prompt.
That was one of the best cutscenes ever, and we should look at this.
I actually did better than the first time I tried this.
Judgment.
Like legit, the first time I kind of bombed. You know what I mean? But
So we got. Well, looks
Star
like
Child said,
Yeah, great
yeah,
game.
it has its own timing.
yeah.
Imagine playing this in Japanese.
Oh god.
And LPH mentioned,
karaoke bozo.
don't do the dancing minigame then.
No.
That one is tougher.
Well, like I said, it's kind of
Because
the
the
same thing
timing
with
is
the
weird.
QTEs in Shenmue. You know what I mean? You have
The
to be
ti-
precise.
The timing in the dancing one is even more so because
Oh boy.
I could do the karaoke fine, but the dancing I couldn't.
Mm.
It's more strict. LPH said for him it was a school thing, karaoke. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Star Child said ironically he was actually, unlike me, he was actually better at the dancing than the karaoke.
Huh.
The dancing one is like a game of like Quicks or Snake or something like that,
Right.
Now,
but rhythmic, and it's weird.
when you play this game, is the original Virtua Fighter playable?
In
So-
this,
Yeah.
In this version, I really don't know.
no, because it's the 80s.
Oh,
that's
okay.
right,
So it'd be more like old school arcade experiences.
yeah. Yeah.
Yes, there are old games you can play. You can play Fantasy Zone actually.
How about Afterburner?
No, that's also too late.
Or don't you mean too early?
Yeah, Afterburn is too late for yes. It's too early for Afterburn show.
Yeah.
Too early,
This is
too
80.
late.
Okay, so Fantasy Zone, pretty much.
And no, there's other games I just don't remember. The one that stuck out to me is Fantasy Zone.
Welcome to the fantasy zone.
That space area. But
Doesn't
same
doesn't
universe.
have Hang On, does it?
It has Outrun. That's the other
Outrun.
game. Outrun. Because
Oh,
you
yeah.
have to do good at Outrun for the side quest I'm talking. The real estate's one. You have to be good at Outrun to to be able to beat him, and to keep going in the path to unlock your true power.
Mhm.
And somehow I did it, because that was really hard. But somehow I did it. I beat the gamer in Outrun.
He did it.
Oh God.
He's the best man. He did it.
Come on, don't compare me to him. Wow, you just glitched through that guy.
I know, right? I mean, heck, who am I, Barry Allen?
Yeah. That's a mental image I don't need. That's the last
Right?
thing I saw. That's the last thing I saw in the stream before the cutscene started. Oh, it's back to comic style.
Yeah,
So
God, that looks like a hobo little place to hang out.
I know. This is supposedly a ramen shop.
this reminds me of real life, where I'd go to New York and find little holes in the wall like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what? And it's like, oh, it's good place to eat, but like, boy, look at this. This place depresses me with how small.
Oh yeah.
You-
Yeah,
you-
it's
you
not
know,
that lively.
It's funny you bring it up because I know Springfield, where we live,
Oh,
Jerry, is kind of like
it's the,
associated with Japan, being like a sister city.
Yeah, that's the important part of the game.
Because of how New York's set up. Is that the same way too in regards to Japan, or is it just because that's how New York's set up?
New York's just like that.
Okay, no,
But
you
that was the
understand what I'm
important part
asking. Continue,
of the
sorry.
story just happened. That's what I was trying to.
Yeah, sorry about that. Continue.
The actual game. They just said they found a guy dead, and it was the guy that Kiryu was beating up to get money from.
Yeah. The
And he's
laundry,
like,
yeah, at the beginning.
Kiryu, look, a murder. It's hardly the first, but no, it's the guy you beat up.
Mhm.
No, wait, your job last night. You said you roughed him up. So now they think, as you probably can guess,
Yeah.
Oh,
two together.
Kiryu beat him up. Kiryu killed him.
Yep.
and he wasn't told to kill him. Of course,
Oh, Kiryu's pissed.
well, he's more scared too.
A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
He even said, "I didn't beat the guy to death, though."
Yeah.
The empty lot. They want that lot.
So it's like the first game where but instead Kiryu must clear his name in this game, but in the
Yeah, it's clear as day. Yeah.
Yeah.
but in the first game he actually goes to jail just to try and hide his friend, committing the murder.
Yeah.
Yeah. That guy right there.
Yep.
Nishikiyama.
Kiryu thinking? That's a new one.
It was just a color, so now he's even thinking Kiryu killed him, and Kiryu's like, "I didn't kill him."
Look at those pores on their face.
He's got a. I know, that's the thing I noticed when I played the game. Like, man, the pores.
Mm-hmm. So detailed.
Yeah.
He has to prove his innocence and his honor to the group, Starchild said.
It's kind of funny you bring that up because it puts most AAA games to shame, honestly. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Love.
I like to call this game more in between a double A and triple A.
Metal's actually tough.
Oh no, just seeing some stupid stuff from Inspiration Bot.
Oh boy.
Let's just say, love big government.
You saw the one they took from me.
Yeah.
We must end freedom.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Ugh.
We must end.
A beeper. That's what I want to point out too.
Sadness is a
pager,
message.
yeah.
Sadness is a message from God telling you to get some.
Yeah.
Murder is a big deal. Well, no
Well, yeah,
kidding,
I figured.
Nishikiyama.
No.
You know, that's a good question, guys. And this is also to the chat too. What was the last time anyone actually saw like a pager or a beeper out in the wild?
Oh God.
Oh man.
Decades, like 2001.
And that's the latest, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me it was around 04, 05.
Because even though cell phones weren't everywhere yet, they were already replacing beepers.
Mm-hmm.
At that
By the way,
point.
shout out to our dude, Dax Strife, because I saw he as a notification popped up.
Shout out Simple Flips.
You really think Kuze sold Kazuma? But you know Kuze's been on a power trip. Oh God. Kuze is the literal definition of how many times I have to teach you this lesson, old man,
Yeah.
in this game. But he has a dope theme song.
I love the old folk.
LPH says I don't remember. Based on the beeper.
Yeah.
The last time he saw a beeper and left out in the public.
Yeah.
1992 was prime beeper time.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta tell you guys, that medication I got really helped me out before we went live.
Now Lowadding. Star Shell said, I really do like this game, even though it was hard to play with the language barrier, because he imported
the
it.
original Japanese version, yeah.
The guy at work was able to help because he played all the other Yakuza games, so that's good. I got to call Dojima, it should be a payphone. Remember payphones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We're getting to this argument with this guy, because I mentioned, he's like, why do you have a cell phone? Why does everybody need a cell phone? I'm like, well, something happens, I got to be able to call
Yeah.
in an emergency. And then he's like, pfft. I'm like, what? It's like, well, there's payphones. I'm like, have you seen a payphone anymore? It's because of cell phones. They don't have them anymore. Why?
Exactly.
They expect you to have a cell phone.
Yeah.
Sorry, well, that argument is moot.
You know, but at the same time, it's kind of weird. Like, I understand where you're coming from because you're absolutely right. But at the same time, it's like not a lot of people actually have cell phones. You know what I mean? Like, it should still at least be an option.
No, everybody has cell phones. I mean, they have government ones even.
Yeah, that's what I was bringing up. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like, I'm like, bruh, they're not around anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they should be.
Mm-hmm.
But like, yeah, he was like, I'm like, show me a payphone. Like, if somebody gets stabbed, where I can just run to and call the cops quick enough. Oh no. Oh, also payphone, meaning who carries change anymore?
Yeah,
I,
yeah, because most of the people I see go out like either have like a credit card or like a debit card. You know what I mean?
I don't have. I barely have
I barely
cash.
see people use cash these days. Like what?
Exactly. There was a joke in a movie that came out around this time called Mannequin 2,
Mm-hmm.
Mannequin on the Move, and there was a part in it where this girl was like, "Oh, I don't have any money," and the store associate said, "Nobody uses cash anymore," and that was back in the 80s.
Yeah,
Nowadays, it's even more so true. Like Japan still uses cash, but in America, I don't see people with change
that's
to
true.
even. I don't. I don't. I always have my like I said. So it's like, oh well, you got to use. That's why it's such a pain to get bus fare for me.
Mm-hmm.
LPH even said no one uses payphones anymore. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So that guy, but then again, Jeff, this was the same guy who was calling me. Remember, he was calling me homophobic.
Oh, that's right. That Riri.
Yeah, I'm like me homo. What? What are you even on?
Something apparently.
Bugs.
And then he went on like a whole rant. Something I didn't even do. I'm like, you went on a whole rant to an imaginary thing.
Wait,
you heard.
is this the same a-hole that said to you when you sell your job, it's current year? Or is this a completely different person?
I mean, it's current year.
It was the same. It was the same time.
Okay.
The other guy was that, and the guy next to him said it's current year,
Mm-hmm.
which basically agreeing with him. But I'm like, but you didn't hear. I didn't say anything against gay people at all. So I don't know where you even.
Right.
I was talking about myself.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be interesting.
Okay, those three. One of them is the final boss. I'm not
Yep.
gonna say which one, but those three are all big time bosses. You gotta fight. Those three on here.
Yeah, it just seems like they're itching for a brawl right now.
Oh, yeah.
He's still. How many times I have to teach you this lesson, old man? Kuze.
Yep. Oh, you can definitely tell just by his face. You know what I mean?
And they're all yeah.
LPH says, I don't cash, and yet everyone is going mad at the MTA yesterday.
Really?
That guy's a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all, by the way, Kuze and those other two, they're actually, yes, Star Shot said all three of them are tough. Yes, they are super strong.
Yep.
They're all well-known actors too. Their faces, if you could tell, their faces were taken from real actors who are well-known actors in Japan.
You know, it'd be kind of cool. You guys know how The Departed was based off of a Japanese movie, right? Or was it a Chinese movie?
Which one?
The Departed.
Oh,
It was the Hong Kong movie.
Hong Kong, thank you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
Called Infernal Affairs, if I remember.
Oh my god, I love Infernal Affairs. How could I forget that?
I would find it interesting if Yakuza was remade here in the U.S. with Scorsese directing.
Believe it or not, Jeff, that movie was turned into a game, Infernal Affairs.
Really?
It's called Sleeping Dogs.
No kidding.
Yeah, that game's based
Oh,
on
wow.
Really?
Yeah.
Learn something new right there.
No wonder I like Sleeping Dogs.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
No, because the reason why I brought up Scorsese because this guy looks like a younger version of Joe Pesci.
Which one? Him?
The one in the
Awano?
purple suit?
Purple? Awano? Yeah, he does. You know who I thought of when I saw him? I thought of Jerry Lawler.
Yeah, I can see a little bit of him like a young Jerry Lawler with that look.
But no, I'm not gonna lie. Like I'd like to see like a Yakuza like a Yakuza US remake done by Scorsese. You know, what I mean, I think that could work.
It could, yeah. I mean, he's the guy to do it. If anybody.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
he's a profession. He's a true professional when it comes to filmmaking.
Yeah. The guy in the purple sweater is a known actor, Starchild. Yeah, he said if he was in Battle Royale too. I think he was.
Oh,
I'll check that.
by the way, I actually got a chance to finally see The Irishman on Netflix. Boy, is it a long movie, but it's damn good.
Oh yeah.
I've heard it's good. Yeah.
You know what makes me happy? The fact that you use Netflix, because I barely do it. I'm like, at least somebody's using my Netflix.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a lot of good stuff on Netflix as of late. You know, what I mean, like
There actually has been, yeah.
like the first
They've
season of
added a
Witcher.
good. I think they've added, they've added a good chunk of the original Saint Seiya now.
That's right, and they also added the more of the 3D one. I need to
Yeah.
see it too.
Oh, by the way, Kyle, I know
Yo.
you're a fan of TMNT.
Uh-huh.
They also include the original 1990 movie too on Netflix.
Yeah, I saw that was on there.
Ye-
Although for me personally, I have the movies on Blu-ray. So
Okay, yeah, the actor for Awano is Riki Takeuchi, and he was in Dead or Alive.
Huh.
Not the Dead or Alive you're thinking of, not the game.
Yeah, I know you're talking about the other
Different.
Dead or Alive. I
It
know
was,
what you're talking about, dude.
it was a
Yeah.
Yakuza movie called Dead or
Yeah.
Alive by Beat Takeshi.
Yep.
And also,
Oh yeah,
yes,
of course, it's by Beat Takeshi.
yes, he was in Battle Royale too.
Yep.
Yes, he was Star Child.
Like that. Funny enough, that's the first Pete Takeshi movie that introduced me to the actor was Dead or Alive. Funny enough.
hard to
Weird,
imagine that. Beat
for me it was Outrage.
Outrage,
nice.
that's the one I saw.
Nice.
Yeah.
hard to imagine
Outrage
that.
is.
It's hard
You
to
know-
imagine that Beat Takashi actually has a video game for the Famicom based on him.
I know.
And it's Outrage,
Something.
man. That
Something.
I just want to bring that up because that movie is a Yakuza movie, but it's more like a horror movie too.
I know, right?
Yeah.
It's funny you bring up it's funny speaking of horror. You know, you brought up Battle Royale for a bit. Am I the only person that wasn't really hyped for Battle Royale when first seeing it?
I didn't care for it.
I'm
I know
not
a
the
lot of
only
people
one. You're
love
right. Okay.
I never was.
He's like, yo,
Let
you
me
go
see,
watch Battle Royale. I was like,
Kuze
really?
right there. Kuze right there is based off of Hitoshi Ozawa, and he was
Oh.
in. Hitoshi Ozawa was in.
His name sounds familiar. That's why I went, oh, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Trying to. Okay, he's not on Wikipedia. He's on the Asian wiki, which is that doesn't
Something.
sound.
Asianpedia.
He was
Yeah.
in he's still in movies. He
Yeah.
was in Dead or Alive as well.
Huh.
The like I said, the Yakuza Dead or Alive.
Yeah, it's not
Mhm.
not the crappy video game adaptation of the same name.
Boiling Point.
Oh yeah.
And drama, he's in a lot of shows.
Mhm.
But yeah, I never seen any of those movies, so I
Right.
just he's in movies
Yeah.
that I never see. I used to watch J dramas back when AZN TV was a thing.
Oh, nice.
Because it used to be IFC International Film Channel, then turned to Asian TV,
Yes. Yo, I loved IFC growing up when I was in my teen years.
and then it turned into Asian TV, but it kept the anime.
Yeah.
It kept Dragon Ball and Slayers, and they had J dramas on there, like unedited, and I'm just
Uh-huh.
watching. I'm just like, I don't get it, but okay. You rank and file kids probably don't know,
Yeah.
but the boss gave a direct order to 3 of us Dojima lieutenants. He wants that empty lot. Why? Because it's him. You'll see what it becomes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Star
You-
Child says he has Battle Royale too. That's the only one he's seen.
Cool.
The Pleasure District's packed tight, but the boss wants that land.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, the Pleasure District. What can I say that won't get me banned on Twitch that you can do in there? That's legal. too.
Anything.
Nothing.
Anything.
No,
Absolutely nothing.
you can do almost anything.
No, I was saying anything that it, like relates to that you can't say because Twitch is
Mhm.
trigger
Oh
happy.
yeah, oh yeah. I'll say this like I did last time where I said Griffith the piggy bank.
Oh God! Stop!
So in
I think you
Kabuki,
know Kyle's
God.
trigger word, Jerry. Good job.
in Kabukicho, they have what's called soap lands. You'll hear that word a lot in Yakuza.
Right.
This and part 1. You can get massages.
Yep.
You can get massages with happy endings. Now, what's legal is you can legally touch a woman.
Yep.
She can touch you.
Yep.
You cannot have full-on regular intercourse. But you can get, as Goku says in Dragon Ball Abridged, mouth present. That's legal.
With no pat-pats, mind you.
Good job, good job, Japan. GG.
Oh, no, I was going to say that. It's like, what's the way I can say this that's friendly for mouth present? Well, go.
Yeah.
Chi-Chi will give you mouth present.
Basically.
Well, that's another way of heating something, right, guys?
Other acts of kindness, Star Child said. Yeah. So, you can't have full-on intercourse, but you can get that. It's for some, but it's closed off to gaijin unless like it's like despite a lot of like foreign women being hired for this stuff, but foreign men can't experience it. Except for that book I read where he got special permission. And he but the thing was he didn't want special permission because he was married. He was like, I'm married though. Please no. I like my wife. But do you love her? Ah, that's good enough. I like her. And then everybody got quiet, which they know is bad for streaming.
Of course.
Because I was like, I'm done with my sentence.
Apologies,
Please.
I had to blow my nose, that's why.
Oh, no, not you. No, everybody but you. Literally, Kyle and Metal are the ones who... I'm like, please. You're okay, Jeff. You're playing the game.
Yeah.
I was just watching the cutscene. That's why I was kind of quiet. I just saw something about Kuze telling Kiryu to turn himself in and leave the little finger
Yeah, that's
behind.
what he wants. He wants him to do that, but of course...
But Kiryu is not going to take that crap.
Right.
Exactly. So Kiryu's thinking about, okay, oh, you mean another master here. Remember, hey boy, no, that guy?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No. Okay,
Oh.
so
And now he's got a Zeppeli next to him.
that guy next to him is your next master. For another style you're gonna learn.
Oh, so we got Will Zeppeli, who's our new sensei.
Mm-hmm.
So you're going to teach us about Hamon, I take it.
This whole town's one big bar. It was made for drinking.
He's not wrong.
It's true. You got a face more solid than a lemon, boy. What's wrong?
But I can lend you an ear. What? Your ear comes off? Cool.
Star Child said he's gonna get to the bottom of it.
Yep.
Yeah, you mentioned you've been looking for me. Actually, wait. Sorry, but I don't have time for any of this right now. I'll see you later. Yeah, there's just something about...
Soon. They'll also be
it's
real angry. Well, I wonder why.
There's just something about Kiryu. I mean, some people think he would come off as some narcissistic asshole, but no, that's not like that.
Kiryu is, even though he's a Yakuza, they made the game to make him like the paragon of Japanese ideals. You know, he's honorable. He's always does the right thing.
Hey, Jerry, look, it's you.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's you on the in all black. It's your character from your Chibies.
You know Cows?
No, he does not look like Cows.
You mean he looks more like Oga?
I mean, he kind of looks like me, real me. I mean,
Yeah,
I think
that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's just like, hey, Jerry, there's you.
Except, I wouldn't wear those ugly boots.
Oh, of course not. Obviously, yeah.
Well, you know me, fashion guy.
I still find that funny from Friday's stream. I didn't know Oga was in Shenmue 2.
What's funny was when you clipped that though, when I first saw him, I was thinking of Metal.
Oh, thanks.
Starchild says he's righteous in a way.
Mm.
And the thuggish man. Wears white pants and a black biker jacket.
So
Yeah.
you didn't run into Mr. Shakedown yet.
Which is good because
His
he's
name is
still...
Bruno. Sure.
Oh, in general, yeah.
That Japanese guy is named Bruno. Sure.
Yeah.
Bruno here.
Oh, so
Remember, there was a time when Bruce Willis used to go through that via that name too, and that didn't work out for him.
There was a cartoon where he voiced a kid named Bruno too. I remember that.
I remember that. Yeah.
you remember the movie Bruno by the same guy who made Borat?
Oh, I try to forget.
You remember Ice Pirates? Thought so.
I didn't say that.
You remember Pirates of the Dark Water, Jerry?
Unfortunately, my heart breaks every time I do because it's like,
Jerry, look. If we can get a season 3 for Young Justice, then it's possible to get a season 3 for that.
In another awesome video game adaptation.
Mm-hmm. Underrated too, might I add.
that's I get mad when I saw a downvote on me and my dad playing that because A, it's Pirates of the Dark Water. B, that's like one of my last only recordings of me and my dad talking.
Yeah.
Like, yo, put some respect on his name.
Respect.
Well, Jerry, let's not forget. This is YouTube we're talking about.
Yeah.
The last word that they never think of is respect.
Nope.
I mean, hell, you want to hear something crazy? Newgrounds and its community have more respect than YouTube and its community.
They have a lot more respect than DeviantArt as well.
Yeah.
And DeviantArt, oh god,
Wow.
they are a bunch of leftists, if
Did
you
you
know
get
what
that
I
even?
mean.
Oh, yeah. Have you seen, like, somebody draw something clearly states that she's of age?
Oh yeah, that crap from what happened
And
with you in summer of last year. Yeah, that was stupid.
And, not just me, though. It happens to a lot of people on DeviantArt. They're so
I know,
quick
yeah.
to pull that button of, are you a diddler? Like, what?
It's like, yeah, you. Yeah, that's totally the vibe I got from you. That's why we're friends, right, Jer?
Oh my god.
I learned it from you.
I'm like, bruh, don't put that evil on me.
Exactly.
No.
Bruh.
Don't put us down to your level.
Don't put
I mean, Jerry, what are we? Reset era?
Yeah, exactly.
And fight!
Like, don't equate somebody drawing something to somebody being a diddler. Like, how does that even?
Okay, so
So he watches him fight, and he's like, and then that's how he learns his rush style.
man, Jerry, I'd say that your character in this game is getting the tar kicked out of him.
Oh, because he's a schmuck.
Yeah.
That's rad. I love that. That's rad.
I
That's
know that
right.
has to be an image. Yo, that has to be a reaction for one of our Discords.
That's rad.
That needs to be a GIF for our Discord, dude.
I like it how he's just standing there like he's the manager of a fighter, kind of like Mickey from the Rocky movies.
He basically is. Got
Yeah.
a number before.
You're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna craft thunder. And you're definitely gonna do
He's
that,
fine.
Kiryu.
Told you, didn't I? Big guy didn't land a single punch on him.
Yeah.
That was a minor
But
inconvenience.
he also,
Hey, you in the coat, homeless dude. Homeless dude.
Homeless dude. Well, that's a
That's a new
first.
one.
you're gonna try to finish the job with those weak punches?
I know.
Ah, no. Kamoji-kun, you sit this one out. I'm calling the round. As he even says, as your manager, see?
Mm-hmm. Told you, Kiryu. You're gonna eat lightning and you're gonna crap out
So-
thunder for the day, or else you're not gonna be
They
known as the
needed
Dragon of
Kiryu to
Dojima.
beat him because even though that guy was a good fighter, they made it so he barely did damage just
Right.
so Kiryu could take him out. So now he's in switch to rush style by pushing.
Yeah.
The grappling style is dope, but you'll know when you see. He learns his most brutal style from a woman. That's kind of interesting.
Nice.
Okay, so Jeff, are you ready to kick this thug's ass? Defeat
Yeah.
Bruno.
You want to dodge when you
Yeah.
punch, dodge, punch. That's usually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, that, but I have to lock on him too, so that's. I
The
know
rush
that's it.
style is the best one to fight Mr. Shakedown with if ever you have to fight him.
Mm.
That because he's so slow. He's strong, but he's so slow. You could just go pop.
This is like something you would see from that Capcom game, Beatdown Fists of Vengeance.
Right?
I had that
Yeah.
game. I had Streetwise and that game with Capcom. I liked it because it was weird, but it was very weird. But.
Well, everybody's weird.
You know.
So I remember Beatdown getting like hilariously low scores.
Oh yes, I
And
remember that too.
And I was like, I don't think it's that bad though. The game may not be great, but scores that low should be games that are broken. It wasn't broken.
Right. Beatdown was average,
Yeah.
just like
Like-
Streetwise.
I don't think games should get like 4s and 3s out of 10 unless they're actually busted.
That's exactly
Exactly.
what I said. That's exactly what I said with that new Bubsy game came out. You know, the Woolly Strike Back.
Oh yeah.
Where it was a much better game than the originals that we got as
dodged
well
it.
at
Oh, yeah.
64.
You
It
dodged,
was,
but you didn't punish.
but yeah, it was an average outing. It wasn't. It got review bombed by
Okay.
both you know, the gamers and critics. And it's like that's not really that fair.
Boom. Now you're getting it.
Yep.
Yeah, you're getting the hang of it now. Funny enough, as soon as I was like, "Oh no, you're not doing well," then he started doing well.
And then he started doing well, and then he just goes back to not doing well. No,
Yeah. No, he did. Yeah, no, because then he ate that combo, and I was like, oh, now he's got him. It's just like a mini boss. You could think of it like that.
Exactly.
It's like when you're going up against that bald guy in the first game.
So yeah, after you seen you do with him though, I definitely recommend not fighting Mr. Shakedown.
Yeah.
Definitely, although the game is gonna force you to fight him at first, and you,
Right.
now if you can beat him though, if it's just really hard. But if you do, like, it's expecting you to lose. But if you do beat Mr. Shakedown in your first fight,
Yeah.
that's a trophy.
Oh, nice.
So
Or
it's like
achievement.